Are we having fun yet? Yes, we are. Welcome to the Kingdom. I'm Andy, and welcome to another episode of Satisfactory in my beginner's series. What are we going to learn in this episode? Well, in this episode, I want to give you guys your best foot forward for when you first go out into the wilderness looking for new things. What we're going to look for, what we should have, what should we have unlocked so that we have the best chance for success when we go out there. You guys ready to go? Let's go. Okay, so here we are in a beginner base. I have my buffer, wonderful base. If you want to know how to do this, go look at some of my other beginner series. This one is a more advanced sample of a quick and easy way to set up your first factory. And I've set this up for this particular playthrough. So we need to figure out what we need to have all ready to go before we go out into the wilderness. Well, there's a few things you need unlocked in this section. First section is you need to make sure you have base building. Most people do this right away because they want to get these foundations. But that's the main reason you want it. You want the foundations so that you can get around a lot easier. Also, lookout towers are very invaluable when trying to survey the landscape when you're out and about. Number 2 is field research. This is for the main thing you're going to be going out, at least the first time you go out. So let's unlock this so that we have everything we need in order to go. Secondary, you don't need to hear all this stuff. You can hear it when you're on your stuff. The third thing you want unlocked is part assembly. Part assembly you want unlocked because you want these things in your inventory, especially modular frames. Modular frames are the most important, but you need a stack of each of these in your inventory. Obstacle clearing. Now, obstacle clearing I unlocked because I needed the power. Solid biofuel is very, very good, but solid biofuel, it's just, if you bring it with you, it's a lot easier for when you are out and about, when you have certain things, when you're trying to get hard drives. And finally, the resource sync bonus program. You want this, you need to take the awesome sync and run through some of your items. I know they're very valuable in the beginning, but you want to get at least 4 tickets so that you can use the awesome shop and use those 4 tickets. Those are the things you need. So just to reiterate, resource sync bonus program, obstacle clearing, part assembly, field research, and base building. Those are the minimums. I've unlocked a lot more, mainly because I use a lot more when I'm building this factory. So now that you got all these factories, this is where all of my stuff is going. It goes around in a circle and then comes here. I have set up everything I have for this. Why do I have another hub? Something must have messed up. Whatever. I'm not going to worry about it. I will probably delete it because it just messed up. Okay, so we grabbed everything. I believe there's two more things I need before I need to go, and I wanted to grab them with you. One of which is the modular frames. I have it slow going. It's not the fastest thing to build because it requires a whole bunch more other stuff. But I'm not going to show you the factory. You don't need to see the factory. This is not the reason why you are here. You are here for other things. Up here we have my power going, and I need a little bit of solid biofuel in my solid biofuel section. Grab that. And then finally we're going to unlock the last thing we need to unlock, and I'm going to not take damage. This is nice. I'm going to unlock the last thing we need to unlock before we go out, and that's here. But let me quickly grab my tickets that I put away nicely and neatly. I have 5 that I ground up before I came in here, and it's in organization. So I've unlocked walkways before, and I needed that for my little get around. But what you need is factory ladders. Factory ladders are... when you are out exploring, they are invaluable. Invaluable. So now we can get really high places really well. So I'm going to put down here, I'm going to go down to organization, and I'm going to set up this at number 5. So I've looked at towers in my 10th position. I have ladders in my 5th position. I have my only weapon I have available right now. I have the ability to make my MAM system, which is right here. I'm not going to do it now because I'm not unlocking the thing I need to unlock. And I need to go on a grand adventure. So we're looking for 3 things when we're out and about. The primary thing for your first way out is you are trying to find a Keanedom node, or thing you mine from. I don't really know what they're really called. That's the primary thing we're going to be looking for, is the Keanedom node, and I believe it's this direction for me. So that's the reason I'm going to be going. Secondary things that you're looking for is hard drives, which is why you have all these things in your inventory in case they use it, and solid biofuel is so that you can get the ones that require power. And the last thing you're looking for, as you try to avoid as many bad guys as possible, is you are looking for slugs. And you need to find at least a few green ones to get everything up and running. But what you really want to do is find at least one of each so that you can unlock them in the MAM and get everything situated the way you want to do. So I need to figure out where I am in this situation. I need to figure out where I'm going. So the best thing to do that is the lookout tower that you had unlocked because you thought it was a great idea to have all this stuff. So look up to the top of this. We're going to look around, and I know over here on this water area, that's where I need to go. I have a slug over here. This is a, I can't remember what they're called, but they're S's. Those are nice things, but they're not really implemented into the game yet in the beginning. So for right now, for us right now, it's not a priority. And when it is a priority, you're going to be farther along in the game. And as it's come up, it's really annoying. Usually there's 2 of them, so I have to look around for another one. But that's okay. But here's our first quarry right here, and that's the reason I had to take that thing on, is we're going to get our ladder going. And you can extend it. And we're still going, so we can go a little bit higher. Up here. This is good. And then we can do a 3. And you're up. You're ready to go. Now, I don't know if there's any bad guys around here. There usually is. But usually you can get some more advanced stuff around these things. And I know what you're thinking. Oh my goodness, I can build better stuff. I can tell you this right now. The best thing to do with the beginning stuff is not to use it, but to grind it up. We're going to grind it up because that will give us more tickets. So this one needs quick wire. We don't have quick wire yet, but that's actually what we're going to be going for. Now, I didn't actually make one of the things I needed to make, but beacons. Beacons are very, very useful to come back to certain things that you found so far, but that's okay. We'll do it. We're going to still head over here to the water area, and I will cut in when I get to something more exciting. Okay, guys. Oh, I didn't quite make it tall enough. Okay, so we should be here doing good. This should be what we're looking for, but now we have these things to deal with, and I hope I don't die running on these things, because these things can be hard and more really annoying to battle. Oh, well, I had to... Oh. Did I get... There's usually 3. There's the 3rd one. Ah, oh, so low on health. Okay. There's only one of these things. I'm so used to having a slightly better weapon. Okay, this is what we're looking for. This is the reason why we did 90% of what we're going to be doing. Is we got a slug. which is primary number 1. We're able to at least unlock green slugs. But this is the reason why we're doing this. So you've brought the equipment with you. So I have to make a miner. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Let's quickly make one of these miners, because I don't know what. Oh, there's the beacon. I knew I unlocked beacons. Okay, well, normally I would have beaconed that item over there so I could have found it on the way back easier, but we'll find it again. We're professionals, so we're gonna have this thing being mined. We brought enough stuff so that we are able to power things, and so on and so forth. It's going to mine, and we're going to, well, we need, first of all, I'd like to automate everything right off the bat, even though I probably shouldn't have done it right off the bat. But we need enough to grind up some stuff. So we're getting the MAM out. We're out here, and I'm going to sit there, and I love the fact that this is now portable. When you first started the game, it wasn't in portable, but it needs to be able, there's an unknown metal that we need to work with. So let's get this unknown metal. And now it goes, interesting. You mean cadarium? Is that what you mean? So we're going to research this, and it's going to tell us how we're going to be able to make them into ingots. So let's quickly do that. I think I was ahead of myself. I haven't unlocked this yet, but I have enough. Okay, good. I was ahead of myself. So make sure you're not like me. You don't get ahead of yourself. But now we're going to be making this. This is awesome. And feel free, like, all I'm doing is basic automation. If you have a base that got you to the point where you can get this, you got at least basic automation going. So now we're making those, and now we're going to unlock being able to make quick wire. We need 50. Okay, guys, I just got 50. Actually, now I have 51. So we have the ability to now unlock quick wire. So we've unlocked quick wire. We'll start using this stuff. We'll be able to unlock cadarium electronics, which will then be able to unlock what we need to do. So now we're going to be able to take all this cadarium they're giving us. So now I have 8. We're going to come over here, and we're going to start making the quick wire. And when we get 100 quick wire, which it should be quite quick for us, we will be able to at least unlock what we want to unlock, and then later on we can be able to do what we want to do. Okay, so now I've hit 100, and we are going to be now unlocking cadarium electronics. Awesome. Okay, so this one, if you want to do right away, this one gives you some extra inventory slots. And if you have a lot of stuff available still, and you did that, you'd be able to unlock it. But I would do that later. This is the reason why you're here. This, Blade Runners. And for you guys who are major gamers, they're basically the same things that the main character was using in the Portal series. They're just a little bit more industrial. So this is what we want to unlock. We want to unlock one of these. So we need to get another 100, and at that point, we will be able to run around faster, jump higher. It's after you get these unlocked, moving around without them, you get so used to them, you can't handle it. You're like, I'm running too slow. I'm going too slow. So here we are, and we're going to unlock these. This one takes 5 minutes, so I'm going to wait the 5 minutes. But after we're done, we'll make a pair, because we should have everything we need to make a pair. And at that point, We will run on the way back. We'll grab a hard drive. We'll grab some slugs. Okay, so it is complete. We have learned how to make blade runners. Okay, so first thing we're going to make right here is a beacon, because I kind of missed the point on there, but the most important thing. So 50 quick wire, 3 modular frames, and 3 rotors. And since you had everything you needed up to this point, you brought those things. So you are fully aware so that you can put them on right away. So nice to get around with this. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is quickly put into one of our inventory slots our thing. I'm going to stick it here. We're going to be like, okay, this is cadmium, so cadmium is a little yellow. So we'll make it yellow. There's the color, and we're going to go I think Katniss. Okay. Okay. So now you have this beacon set up so that you can come back here anytime you want. I'm going to leave all this thing running. So like this right here can stay here. It doesn't really matter. This will run out at some point. It's going to be a while. Honestly, this is probably going to become full before that runs out of power. But we have mostly a stack of this and we have mostly a stack of that. We don't really need a full thing. It's not extremely important. But what is important is look at this speed. Look at this running. I love it. This is so nice. Okay. So let's go back to that one area to get that hard drive. So we at least have one hard drive in our little inventory. I died. Okay, I'm back up here to show you one of these. So basically, now that we have some cadmium, we just need one. For some reason, I guess it's just one cable it isn't in. We're able to get hard drives. Hard drives are very important to get. I'll let you listen to that later. Be able to unlock alternative recipes. Alternative recipes can be extremely useful. And I have 2 I go for right off the bat. One is called casted screws. And I actually like this one a lot more than anything else. That's my priority, casted screws. What casted screws is an alternative recipe, and I'll show you what you can do real quick when I get back to the base. You casted screws, you're able to put iron directly to screws instead of putting it into rods and then make screws. It makes life so much easier. The second one that I like after that is iron wire. So if you need wire, you're out in the middle of the wilderness, you can't find the copper, you can get at least that type of thing up and running without it. Okay, so I'm going to find a few more slugs, and I'll meet you back at the base. Okay, I am back at the base. So we now are able to utilize all the stuff we have. So in this MAM, it's everything. Everything we went for is through the MAM. So the first thing we need to do, power slugs. So you went out, I grabbed 3 total. There are 3 easy ones to grab. And first you research it. Now the research lets you take that particular green slug and make it into a power shard. So now I have the ability to get 2 power shards. You also want to unlock this. This one's the bigger one, overclock production. And while this is doing its thing, I will twiddle my thumbs, because I need to also show you hard drives, which unfortunately this right here needs to get done before I can show you hard drives. So yeah, give me a minute. Okay guys, unlocked now. Okay, so last few things we're going to be doing. We're not going to listen to her talking. Those things upgraded, so really awesome. Now, before you use your hard drive, always save the game. So, before hard drive. Wow. I have something else called before hard drive. I must have done this before. Okay, so now that I've saved, put my hard drive in and start the hard disk scan. This one takes 10 minutes, so that one I know you're gonna have to. I'm gonna do off the side, but we can show you a few things beforehand. Now, here's the big thing. Let's go over to the one thing that takes the most amount of time. Now, these things, it has a lot of supply, but it isn't going nearly as fast as you want it to. Well, you can take one of these and you can boost it to make 150%. So now you see how that's one? Now this one, when it gets 12 things, would go a lot faster. Now, I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to use this one over here. This is the one that's going to take a lot of time. This one, you see how fast it's going? It's going relatively fast. But if you can do like much faster, you go faster. Now, of course, once again, as for people who know the way the things work, putting it on these machines is not the best to do. Putting on the machines that supply these machines is the best thing to do. So what you do is you find the hiccup, the thing that's taking the most time. This thing is making screws at a relatively good pace, but this one could be going a little faster. So the screws will go a little faster on this particular machine, which will get to these machines faster. So I'm going to use two of these. This is where I'm going to put my stuff. I'm going to put it over here in screws. But you always start at the very, very beginning when you start working with using power shards. Now, for example, if this was one thing I was using a lot of, I have a lot of cement. So I know in my thing over here, this thing is full of cement. I'm not really needing cement. Now, it's like you start with production. Right now, production is awesome for both my things. So that's good. These things always have 100. So those are good. So I would start here in iron ingots. So I would put power shards here. Then after that, I'd start putting power shards in what you make out of those things, and then what you made out of those things. And then that's how power shards are best used. It lets you be able to get a little bit more out of each machine. Now, mind you, in the beginning of the game, be very wary. I have 2 power shards. It's not going to be a huge amount of power draw. But if you go out and you're exploring and you go all out and you find 7 purple shards and all of a sudden you have 20-ish power shards on you after you research everything, be wary because it's a lot more power. You're going to need to be able to get to coal before you really can utilize power shards to their fullest abilities. Oh my goodness. I have lucked out. I have so lucked out. So basically what you do is if you don't get what you want, all you have to do is reload that save I had you do and you try again. You really can't progress in the game mainly because if you don't get what you want, you have to reload, and so anything you do will be undone. But I lucked out on my second one. This is my second through and I got casted screws. So basically iron for screws. And that's it. You don't have to worry about anything else. It is the best. It's the best one. These other ones are minuscule. Being able to put a few things together and get a little bit more, Being able to take the new cadmium that you locked to get some actual wire, what you should already make, This right here makes everything so much better. Oh my goodness. So, I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. I hope that when you got your casted screws, and now that you've done that, you have extra ways of getting little power output on a few machines that you don't want to put extra space to get a few more out there. You have that, and now you could run around like the best of them. That is awesome, and I hope you guys have a great time. If you like what you saw, hit the like button. If you love what you saw, hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys for joining me today, and until next time,